It has been an extremely long month. No One Piece at all. No videos from me. No One Piece chapters have dropped for a whole month. New chapter coming out this Thursday. But before I make a video reacting to the new chapter, apparently the new chapter is going to be insane. I haven't seen any spoilers, but the site I get the chapters from, they even said, don't look at the spoilers. Just go in completely blind as to what this chapter is going to be. Like, they did the same thing with 1044 when we got Gear 5 with Luffy. And that was an insane chapter. This chapter, I have a feeling it's going to be super insane. But we're not here to react to this chapter because it's not even out yet at the time I'm recording this. We're here because I am going to predict all of the Straw Hats bounties. Aside from Luffy, since we already know his. But I have a feeling in the next few chapters, the next 5 or 10 chapters, as we wrap up the rest of Wano, we will get the rest of the Straw Hats bounties. All of them. So, just to start off with, before I get into the main predictions of all the Straw Hats bounties, I think, since Luffy is now a Yonko, that as a bare minimum, all of the Straw Hats will get a raise of at least 100 million. Call me crazy. I know. Call me crazy. It's a big jump, especially for some people, for some of the Straw Hats on this list. It's a big jump. Some people on this list aren't even at 100 mil yet, which I think is pretty crazy. So, let's get into these predictions. How much do I think these bounties are going to be raised? I'm going to be going from lowest bounty currently to the highest bounty currently of the Straw Hat Pirates. Now, Chopper. Chopper right now is at a measly 100 berry bounty. I could see this going either two ways. I could see Oda going with, keeping up with the gag and having Chopper's bounty still be pathetically low. Or I can see him getting a huge raise of a bounty. I am more leaning towards the fact that Chopper will get a real bounty, not a 100 bounty, 50 bounty, 100 berry bounty, 150 berry bounty. He'll get a real big boy bounty. But why do I think this? Well, since CP0 was on Onigashima, and one of the CP0 guys got away and reported to the world government, I think CP0 saw Chopper transform into his monster point while they were in Onigashima. He fought Queen for a little bit in his monster point, and, he didn't die, which I think is an impressive feat in itself. Going up against Queen, a Yonko commander, being Chopper, someone who's not really known as a fighter in the Straw Hats, but he held his own. Something else that I think will factor into him getting a real big boy bounty was the fact that he created his own virus to fight off of Queen's own deadly Ice-Oni virus. I don't know if that'll help factor into his big boy bounty that I think he's gonna get. It could. But I think for Chopper's big boy bounty, I think his bounty poster is gonna be his monster point form, and it's gonna be like Monster Doctor Tony Chopper or something like that. I think he's gonna have around 200 million berries. That could be pretty cool. Honestly, that could be pretty cool. Moving on to the next person, Nami. Nami is currently at 66 million berries. Something that I think could help factor into her bounty raise. She took down Ulti. Granted, she did have some help from Big Mom, but for the most part, she took down Ulti by herself with the power of Zeus, which she stole from Big Mom. Zeus is pretty powerful. I'm surprised that, like, nobody in the story really has recognized, like, you have Big Mom's, you have Zeus on your side? I'm sure there's been, like, 1 or 2 people who have recognized it in the story. But, still, she has the power of Zeus, like, you know, in her climb attack that she keeps in her chest. Those are, like, the 2 main things that I could see leading into Nami's bounty raise. And I know I said that I think everyone will get at least 100 million bounty berry raise. But I think Nami will be a bit beneath that. Because she isn't really powerful. She's, like, a really good navigator. But she isn't really, like, the powerful type of person. Granted, Zeus is a really good power-up for her. But I think her bounty will be somewhere around 150 million berries. I think that's pretty good. I think that's a pretty good guess as to what it would be. Now, Brook. Brook is peculiar, you know? I'm using my big words that I learned in 8th grade vocabulary here. Peculiar. But I don't think Brook will get that high of a bounty raise. I do think he will get the 100 million berry plus raise, but just barely getting a raise of over that. He did help Robin take down Black Maria and, you know, like, all her underlings, whatever. He froze them. He helped protect Robin from CP0 when they were after her. But other than that, he really didn't do much during the raid on Onigashima, and, you know, that kind of disappoints me, because I really like Brook. Brook is a cool dude. Pun, kinda, because he has ice powers. I think somewhere around 190 million berries would be right for Brook. Just a tiny bit over the 100 million minimum, I think. Now, Frankie. Frankie's someone who I think is going to get a big raise. A big raise. He took down Sasaki, who had a bounty of 472 million berries. Now, normally, I don't think the berry amount, the bounty of opponents will help factor into, will help get over. Wait, let me rephrase that. I don't think the bounties of the opponents will be like a clear sign of, oh, they're gonna be over the opponent's bounties. So I don't think Frankie's gonna be like, oh, he beat Sasaki, who had 472 million, let's put him at 550 million. I don't think that's happening. He took down Sasaki, who has a bounty of 472 million. He has tech built in him from the ice island that Kuma blasted him to. He has tech built in him, not from Vegapunk himself, but from, like, Vegapunk's lab that he spent those 2 years during the time skip in. And this might have been included in his first bounty. This might have been a reason that he got his first bounty. You know, he burned the blueprints for Pluton, right? An ancient weapon. Now, we know Pluton is in Wano. Robin confirmed that to us in the last chapter. You know, Odin's dad, I can't remember his name right now. I haven't read the chapter in almost a whole month. Odin's dad also confirmed it. He was the old shogun of Wano. But I think Frankie has at least parts of the blueprint memorized, because he had the blueprints for such a long time after Tom died. And CP0 and CP9, the world government, they know that Frankie is involved with the blueprints in some way. And for all those reasons, I think Frankie is going to get a big jump from, you know, just a little bit under 100 million, where he is now, all the way to 300 million berries. That's my guess. Because Frankie is also super powerful, and, you know, powerful people have big bounties. Now, this is a big one. Robin. Let's just get the main point out of the way for Robin's bounties. The poneglyphs. Literally, everyone wants her, you know? Big Mom wants her. She has pudding, but, you know, she's impatient. She doesn't want to wait for pudding, her third eye to awaken and have pudding read the poneglyphs. You know, Kaido wants her. CP0 wants her. I want her. For different reasons, but, you know, I still want. She took down Black Maria. She had her whole demon child form, which might have been her awakening. I'm not sure. I don't think it's her awakening. I think it's just like a really big power-up. You know, to reiterate, she's like the only one who could read the poneglyphs aside from, you know, Odin's dad. Once again, I can't remember his name. I've seen bounty videos before, people predicting people's bounties. A lot of people have been saying that Robin will have a bounty of over 1 billion. Like, a lot of people think it. I don't think it will be over 1 billion. But it will be high. My prediction for Robin's bounty, 800 million. Will that be a bit too high? I don't think so. I think it'll be just right around the right area. Next, Usopp. Now, Usopp's bounties so far have been pretty ridiculous, you know? I think his bounty after ending his lobby as Sogeking, which was 30 million, fits him pretty well. I think that fit him pretty well at the time. But after Dressrosa, he became a 200 million berry man. That was a bit, I think that was like played off as a joke that Oda was trying to do. I think that was a good joke. Good job, Oda. But I think we'll get a joke bounty again. Now let's take into evidence. CP0 might have taken the lie that he said that about him having Conqueror's Haki. They might have taken that as a fact. Alright. They also might report that he took down Page 1. Granted, that was almost all Big Mom. Usopp did a little damage to him, but taking down Page 1, that was almost all Big Mom. But CP0 might not know that. They might not know that reporting to the world government or whoever makes the bounties. They might be like, yeah, this guy took down Page 1 and he has Conqueror's Haki. That being said, Oda might make his bounty another joke, you know? Make it big for no reason. But what can you make a joke bounty bigger than 200 million? What would another joke bounty be that's bigger than what everyone expects? 500 million. That's my guess. 500 million berries for Usopp. And now, the big boys. The big boys time. Zoro. Zoro's currently at 320 million berries. Now, Zoro took down King, a Yonko commander for Kaido. King had a 1.3 billion berry bounty. Something around there, 1.4. The government really wants information on King / the Lunarians in general. Zoro has Conqueror's Haki and is now basically a Yonko commander under Luffy. And I think everyone agrees for Zoro and Sanji that they're getting at least 1 billion berries. But I think he's gonna be 1.5 billion. That's his bounty. Exactly 1.5 billion. Since it's half of Luffy. And, you know, he's like one of the wings that will help Luffy to fly to becoming the Pirate King. Now, on to Sanji. Now, Sanji currently at 330 million berries. He took down Queen, another Yonko commander. Queen is also like a cyborg with kinda Germatech in him. Sanji has Germatech like that activated after using his raid suit. It activated within him during his fight against Queen. You know how he can like shatter a giant sword on his neck just by like not doing anything. He's bulletproof. He is the other wing that will help Luffy become the Pirate King, just like Zoro. There was like a little side joke after Sanji got his new bounty after Whole Cake Island, where he was 10 million higher than Zoro, and you know they're having like a little bit of a mini rivalry right now. I mean, they're always rivals, but they're having like a little mini rivalry just based on their bounties. With Zoro and Sanji's bounties being so close together already, I think it would be pretty funny if Oda made the bounties exactly the same. So I'm gonna guess 1.5 billion, just like Zoro, is gonna be Sanji's bounty. And that makes them both half of Luffy exactly. And you know, the main guy and the wings being half of the main guy, I think that makes sense to me. Now Jimbei. Jimbei is currently 438 million berries. And I looked it up. That hasn't been raised since Marineford. Now, in the story, it's been over 2 whole years since Marineford, and Jimbei's bounty hasn't been raised. Jimbei's bounty was only raised at Marineford for being a former warlord of the sea. He helped Luffy escape. He helped the Whitebeard pirates, who were like the main enemy of the world government there, besides like Shanks when he showed up. But since then, Jimbei has joined Big Mom's crew and left Big Mom's crew. And then he joined the Straw Hat crew, which is now a new Yonko crew. Right? He defeated Who's Who is also wanted by the government for being a rogue CP9 agent who broke out of Impel Down, or just, you know, like a prison. I'm pretty sure it's Impel Down. Impel Down's like the main prison in the One Piece world, I'm pretty sure. And Who's Who failed to guard a government ship holding the Gum Gum fruit, which now we know is the Hito no Mi model Nika. But what is Jimbei's bounty going to be? I think for Jimbei, his bounty is going to be somewhere between the range of 750 to 800 million. That's my prediction. Alright, now, that's all the crew members. All the canon crew. But Yamato is basically confirmed to be a Straw Hat. All we need is Luffy to say like, yeah, get on the ship. Where you're part of the crew now. Something like that. And for all we know, Yamato's bounty is currently 0 berries. But there's a lot of information that could lead to her being a big bounty individual. First of all, she is the daughter of Kaido, one of the Yonko, or now I guess former Yonko of the sea. And Kaido was like the strongest guy, you know. He couldn't be killed. I guess he's dead now, maybe. But you know, that's not. We don't know. She's basically confirmed to join Luffy's crew, you know, a new Yonko crew. She has a mythical Zoan fruit, which makes her extremely powerful. She also fights kind of like Kaido. She has like the same moves, the Thunder Bagua. But we don't know her full power, though, in my opinion. We don't know exactly how strong she is. We know she could go like one-on-one with Kaido and, you know, hold her own, you know, not pass out. She fought Kaido pretty well to hold off for Luffy, to wait for Luffy. She hasn't had a bounty before, so this makes it kind of hard for me to place her, you know, where she will go. But I think 500 million, 500 million is a good starting point for her. You know, it could always go up later. I think there will be at least 1 or 2 more bounty raises for at least some people before the series ends, as we enter the final saga. Yeah, so for her power that we know of and her relationship to Kaido, I think 500 million is good for her. And that's it. That's all the Straw Hats. This is a pretty long video. That's gonna end this video. Let me know what you think about my bounty predictions in the comments below. And if you like these predictions, you think they make sense, why don't you leave a like and subscribe already? You've been watching for what, 20 plus minutes now? Just subscribe. Alright? I will see you all on Thursday when One Piece returns. I am so happy I get to say that. Oh, it's been so long. It's been so long since I felt like this month wasn't ever gonna end. But, you know, it's ending now, and One Piece is back. I gotta go. Bye-bye.